Hey, welcome back. This is Jim from Snowball. So for those of you that are putting together commercial maintenance agreements specifically for HVAC, pricing them can sometimes be a challenge. So we've created a commercial maintenance agreement pricing tool for you. And I'll share the screen in just a moment and I'll show you how to utilize this tool. It's really quite simple, but it does require a little bit of explanation. So the commercial maintenance agreement pricing tool is what you're looking at right now. And it's pretty straightforward. As with every one of our forms, anything in blue is an area that you can fill in. Anything in green is basically a result. So this is self-explanatory, obviously customer, street name, and all that sort of stuff, name, emails, all date, all that kind of stuff. But here's where the tool gets to work. So there are some pre-filled areas here, okay? And you'll see package unit, RTU, condenser, air handler, furnace. These are all editable. You can do anything you want with these, but for air conditioning or HVAC, this is pretty typical, but you can add additional stuff. You can edit these, you can get rid of these. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say we're going to do some package units maintenance, okay? Here we're going to put how many units there are. It doesn't matter the size of the equipment, just how many units there are. Let's just say there are 4 package units, okay? Here's where we're putting in the labor hours per unit per visit. In other words, every time we go out to do maintenance, how long does it take to do maintenance on one unit? And this is strictly maintenance, okay, on one unit. And we'll say it takes 45 minutes or 0.75 hours, okay, on one unit. Okay. How many times a year are we going to visit? That's what this column is. We say we're going to go out there 4 times per year, okay? So 4 times per year. And you will see in this column here, it says that if you go 4 times per year and it takes you 45 minutes per unit times 4 units, there's 12 hours of labor that's going to happen on this throughout the year, okay? Now, you can do this all the way down, exhaust fans, condenser coil. Like now, I'll give you another, for instance. Let's say this is straight maintenance 4 times per year, but maybe for 4 units, we're going to do condenser coil washing maybe once a year, okay? So how long does it take to wash a condenser coil? We'll say it takes a half hour, so 0.5, okay? And we're going to do this 1 time per year. So there's another 2 hours of labor there, okay, that's being calculated. All right, again, these, you can add all these sorts of things. You can add anything you really like here. Just remember, this is how many units, this is how much labor it takes per unit to perform the task, and this is how many visits per year we're going to do this particular task. So that may vary, okay? If you move over here, there's also some services. Condenser coil cleaner. Now, this is for material costs, okay? How much it costs for this condenser coil cleaner? Well, there are 4 units here, and we said we're going to clean the condenser once per year. Well, how much does it cost to do that once per year? It's basically the condenser coil cleaner. And however much cleaner you use, a quarter of a gallon, half a gallon, whatever. So just put a cost in there. Let's just say it's $10, okay? Whatever your cost is. Evaporator coil cleaner, pressure washer. Sometimes we utilize chemical in the pressure washer. I like to charge for the pressure washer. So if I'm going to use a pressure washer, I'll just say I'm going to use it on 4 systems, and I'm going to do this once a year. And I charge $20 for the use of the pressure washer. Okay. You can edit these. Again, these are in blue, so you can edit them, change them, add additional things. Here's where you have your filters and belts. Are we going to be putting in filters and belts? You're going to put in your filter and belt size. You'll add that right here. How many units? Let's just say there are 4 units. And we're going to replace filters every time we go. So it's 4 times a year. And each one of these units, let's say, has 2 filters in it. Okay. And each one of these filters, right, costs us $2.25. Okay. So throughout the course of the year, if we're going to replace filters for 4 units, 4 times a year, and there are 2 filters per unit, and each filter costs us $2.25. The cost is $72. Same with belts. If you happen to have belts, put the sizes in here, okay? belts, how many, those sorts of things. And if you're doing larger package units or exhaust fans or things like that, you'll have belts. And here's an area for just additional materials and services. As you think of additional materials and services, you can put that in here. Same kind of thing. How many units, how often, like the frequency, how many times per year, how many of this particular unit, and how much each cost. Here now, in this area, and this is the billable hourly rate, and you should know what your billable hourly rate is. In this particular case, I have a billable hourly rate for a lead tech of $384. I have a billable hourly rate for an apprentice tech of $288. All right, so that, again, these are in blue, so you can change them to suit your needs. Here we're going to say how many visits per year overall, how many visits per year? It's 4 visits per year that we're going to go, okay? Now we're saying here, one time per year, we're going to be doing pressure washing or condenser coil cleaning, but that is all included within the 4 times that we're going to be there. So it's basically how many times are we going to visit per year? In this case, it's 4. So we will put 4 here, okay? How many lead techs do we need per visit? We're going to say we need 1 lead tech per visit. And here, do we need an apprentice per visit or do we need a helper per visit? We'll say yes, okay? 1 apprentice per visit, okay? So now this gives you annual contract pricing for this particular contract, 4 package units with all the stuff that we just put in here. So for 1 year, this is priced at $9,792. If you're going to give them a 3-year contract, okay, a 3-year contract, annually, it drops it to $94.98 times 3 years, obviously. It gives you a little bit of a discount. If you give them a 5-year option, annually, it drops it down to $93.02. Again, gives them a little bit of a further discount if they commit to a 5-year maintenance agreement, okay? This is just a 1-year maintenance agreement. This is a 3-year maintenance agreement. That's $9,498 per year for 3 years. And this is a 5-year maintenance agreement, $9,302 a year for 5 years. And there you have it. This is the commercial maintenance agreement pricing tool.